Sachs to give us his thoughts on where we are in the world and really this broader question of how can faith communities come together to help create a better world.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be with everybody. And on this very dramatic moment, the first American Pope, the first United States Pope, we had an American, the Pope from the Americas, with Pope Francis, a remarkable pontiff. And now the new Pope just announced, I see that he's taken the name Pope Leo the 14th, which is itself very notable, because it was Pope Leo the 13th that established the tradition known as the Church's modern social teachings, with the first of the modern encyclicals of 1891 called Vorrei, which is an encyclical about the morality of the new industrial age and what to do about it. And I raise that. I hope the name signifies a continuity of that tradition, because the Church has played a very, very important role on the question of peace. And it has, in its social teachings, been very important and remarkable as one of the few places that reaches the whole world and that speaks on behalf of the whole world. And I would just like to indicate a few cases of that, and then talk about interreligious dialogue more generally. But in 1963, Pope John the 23rd issued the encyclical Pacem in Terris, Peace on Earth, in the spring of 1963, in his dying days, actually. And it was inspired and motivated by the Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962. And Pope John the 23rd wanted to find a way to support Kennedy and Khrushchev in 1963 to step back from the brink of nuclear war. And the three of them together succeeded, because the encyclical made a big effect both on Khrushchev and Kennedy, and it was followed within a few weeks by the signing of the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. And this share my own view based on travels of, I'm sure, well over 100 trips to China during the last 41 years, that China is no enemy of the United States, no threat to the United States, and no reason for conflict between the two countries, other than the false mindset of who's number one, which is the most ridiculous, absurd, uninteresting, and doomed to fail question of humanity. It's not even a meaningful idea. It's not a meaningful concept. It's not a measurable concept. What we want is decent life for everybody, not who's number one, which means nothing. So all of this is to say that the concept of dialogue and mutual respect is the key, and religious leaders should be in the forefront of that. I hope and trust that the new Pope will be. I know that the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, speaks that language. I know that the Patriarch the Greek Patriarch Bartholomew is one of the great leaders for ecumenism and for interreligious dialogue and understanding. And our job is to help promote that everywhere, and call on the religious leaders to play their role in not only helping their own congregants to understand the stakes, but to help the ones who probably need the education the most, our politicians, to understand the stakes. We're in the hands of politicians that don't necessarily know very much about these issues, but they have the power to destroy the world. And that's why we're here right now, to help educate them to do better. Thank you.